Good morning to everybody. How you doing? Hope all's well. Keep up the beautiful work. Today is Wednesday, Parashat Bishalach. We hope everyone said the Shnai Mikra V'Had Targum yesterday of Parashat Haman. However, if you did not, all we got to do is connect to the one above and Bezrat Hashem, pray from our hearts and try our best, because that's all Hashem wants from us, to try our hardest. Today is also a very special day. Every day is a special day. Today is the yahrzeit of the Rashash HaKadosh. Zchuto Yagen Alenu, Rabbi Shalom Sharabi, one of the greatest Mekubalim of world history. Right now, as we speak, Rabbi Shmueli is on Har HaZitim by his kever, praying for Am Yisrael, praying for the team. May his prayers be answered, and may all of our prayers be answered. L'shalom. If you did not light a candle last night or give tzedakah last night, today is the day to do it in memory of the rabbi, and he will be an advocate for us in Shamayim. We are continuing the holy words of the Pele Yoetz. We are in the letter Het, in the subject of Hashivut. In the Hebrew book, we are on page 250, Resh Nun, Rabbi Nachman. And in the Hebrew English Art Scroll, volume 2, we are on page 247, one page away from 248 of the positive mitzvot and the limbs that a human being has, Be'ezrat Hashem, that we use to serve the one above. Ukvar amru bazohar HaKadosh, Sha'amar Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Achar P'tiratol Rabbi Elazar Bereh. Right? Only someone like Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai could come from the next world and give his son Rabbi Elazar a message. Halvai telot tidkar ba'ahu alma. It would be better not to be recognized in the world below. As we said yesterday, when a person runs after honor in this world, in the next world, mafi. But if a person is humble in this world, then in the real world, they get all of the real honor from the one above. V'amara, right? Metivta derakia mandi uraba alma iu zahir b'hai alma umandi iu zahir b'hu alma iu rab b'hai alma. If someone is a hashubi, even a rabbi in this world, in the next world, mafi. But if they're small in this world and they're big in that world, now, of course, that needs a lot of disclaimers as well and explanation, because you have greater. Look at Batya. Today is the yahrzeit of the Rashash. The Rashash was the Rashash. So what does it mean? Number one, if someone runs after honor to go chase and be famous in front of people, etc., that's what the rabbi is talking about. But if someone became great because of who he is, because he tried to be a tzaddik and he worked hard, and it's not something that he chose in that way, then of course the Rashash was hiding all of his Torah. He didn't want anyone to know that he was a hidden tzaddik. He was 18 years old when they made him the Rosh Yeshiva of the Mekubalim, the yeshiva called Bet-El, which we visited on one of the trips with the guys. Long story short, he was hiding. There were rabbis there that was 60, 70 years old. Their whole life was Torah. They knew the secrets of the heavens and earth. And because the Rashash was hiding it, he became who he was at the age of 18. But then he used to write the answers to their questions at night, and they thought it was Eliyahu Navi, and then they found out, maybe we'll talk about it part 2, Fadalu, Shabbat morning, it's only going to be 1 degree, what's the big deal? You could go in the freezer and warm up. But anyway, long story short, they found that it was him, and they made him the Rosh Yeshiva, and you would think that he, in greatness, he wouldn't become as great as he was when it was hiding. He became greater and greater and greater. So sometimes Hashem chooses you to be in charge. This is what the rabbi is telling us. There are people in this world that are famous. Batya had 100,000 people singing for him at certain certain classes. We used to go to stadiums with him. The Kotel, imagine 100,000 people singing for Batya. That's a lot of people. And if there would have been places in Israel where you could hold more people, there would be more people. Unfortunately, that day that we didn't want to see, we thought he would bring us to the Mashiach, the day of his funeral. He had 1 million people by his funeral in 3 hours notice. 3 hours notice, 1 million people. That's what you call true kavod. If it would have been the next day, he would have had 6 million people. Believe it or not. But the point is, he didn't choose this. How come, right? He became so great. The rabbi tells us that we should be low in stature, not big. So this is what you do. How Batya used to mumble underneath his breath. He used to say, Anochi afar va'efer. When 100,000 people sang for him, and they sang the pasuk in Tehillim, Yamim al yemei melech tosif. Right? The Hashem should add more days to the life of the king. So what do you think he was doing? He was saying, I am nothing but dust. Velo yikaneh. So what do you do? Zot takanato. She'en nivzeh be'enav nemas. A person should be, at least in his own eyes. Some people think that they're so great, they end up saying, right, Hodu, we gotta praise Hashem. There's a pasuk, Gadelul Hashem iti. You shall together with me make Hashem's name great and praise His name. There are some people that say, iti doesn't mean together with me. Together with God, you should praise my name, Shema Yisrael, right? Velo yikaneh libo mehashivut klal. A person should not be jealous in his heart from getting honor. V'kol sheken shelo yakbid klal. And most definitely, a person shouldn't be angry. Im be'ezeh pam lo yachshivu v'yasu lo davar neged kavodo. If it's only a matter of honor, right? But of course, when you have people that act in a certain way, then we rabbis have to stick up for them. There were times that unfortunately the Israeli media would go against Batya. We would have to go and we would protest in front of the rabbi's house because some people unfortunately don't realize what they're doing in life. Rak yismach libo v'yagel kivodo ubazeh lo yafsid al kavod shemechabdim oto. If a person realizes what he really is and he doesn't seek to get the honor that they're giving him, then he will not lose any of his reward in the next world. Baruch Hashem, everyone we know doesn't chase after honor. Baruch Hashem, you don't have people doing silly things so they could have honor from other people. Baruch Hashem, and it should always be like that. We should always make Hashem proud. Have the greatest day. Take care. Be safe. And Besorot Tovot, Yeshuvot V'Nehamot.